Hey, you, me, this Three Houses Let's Play, we could be great together. Let's go. We have a new chapter, a new month that we have to look forward to. I am going to be trying to squeeze in the pre-battle stuff in one episode. Because as far as I know, the quest in this month, not too interesting. Battles this month, not too interesting. So I just want to get to the story. Want to do a little bit of questing.
Tower of Black Winds.
And we're just going to go on. Sorry, Gerald, I talked through you. So sorry. I love your voice, man.
The ceaseless rains that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
Read me bedtime stories, Gerald, please. There's a lot of things about seasons and weather in these stories, I think. These Bible stories, as I like to call them. And if I remember correctly, the title of this game in Japanese is not Three Houses. It's something to do with the Four Seasons. I forgot what the details were, because this was speculated on way back when this game was only just had its title released and pretty much nothing else. Like, all we knew was the title and the crest to blame. That was it. That was when we really started to speculate on the whole nature of the Four Seasons thing. Apparently it was some kind of bad pun on a famous thing called Four Seasons. I don't remember. Anyway, I think it's about to be Manuela's birthday. Of course, there's a story intro to the month as well. I think that comes first.
I have a new mission for you, Professor. I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
Yeah, filler.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin.
Oh wait, this is not filler, this is actually important.
The leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
Okay, so Mangs told me this guy is related to Sylvain. And let's go with this. Why must the church eliminate him?
This skirmish involves a holy relic, and is therefore more than a single noble is capable of resolving. The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
This is why I think Rhea planted Beleth and Gerald here, because the Sword of the Creator is apparently, in the story anyway, very powerful.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics.
That's what I just said.
To fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I assume this is like Catherine again.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Hey, Teach. I gotta say, I never would have guessed you were a descendant of the King of Liberation. You didn't forget, did you? That story I told you about a relic that could cut a mountain in half?
I could never forget anything you tell me, Claude.
That relic was the Sword of the Creator, the very same used by Nemesis, the King of Liberation.
Oh, the choices that Mangs got for Edelgard were different. I'm gonna try denying it.
Don't be coy, Teach. The Sword of the Creator could only be wielded by Nemesis.
Oh, damn it.
If you can use it too, that can only mean you have that Bloodline's crest.
I don't get it.
Fine. Keep your secrets. But just so you know, I don't understand isn't gonna cut it here at the monastery.
God damn it.
Speaking of, Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. He probably wants to examine your crest with those crazy instruments of his. Actually, sounds amusing. Maybe I'll tag along.
Yeah, you're welcome to.
If it isn't my little Claude, what has you so
Wait,
worked
who's
up?
this?
Judith? What are you doing here?
Looks related.
That's Lady Judith to you, boy. I told you, until you're in charge, I expect you to address me with
Older
all
sister?
due respect. Anyway, I'm here to retrieve you. Duke Regan's condition has taken a turn for the worse.
Ooh, shit.
Are you saying the old man's on his deathbed?
No, it's not that bad. But in the state he's in, he won't be able to participate in the next Roundtable conference. He wants you to go in his stead. I volunteered to play the messenger.
Well, thanks for that. Oh, and Teach, this is Judith, also known as the hero of House Daphnel.
So you're little Claude's teacher.
Little Claude.
How much trouble has he been giving you?
Plenty, not so much. Let's say plenty.
If her nickname didn't give it away, you should know that Judith, Lady Judith, is the leader of the famous House Daphne of the Leicester Alliance.
I don't remember who this is.
She used to be a big deal at the Round Table conferences, but it seems of late she's been reduced to a mere...
I don't actually remember Daphne. I'm gonna have to look it up later.
You had better shut that mouth before I put my boot in it, you tactless nuisance. Now come on, let's get going.
I like her.
Sorry, Professor, but I need to borrow the boy for
Ah,
a bit.
shit. Can I not talk to him now?
I suppose we'll have to finish our chat later. Sorry, Teach.
I need to feed this boy.
Don't you worry. I'll be back in time for our next mission. All right, Judith, let's get going.
It's Lady... I suppose you are the active leader for the time being. Fair enough, boy. Fair enough.
Good
He's
of you
sassy.
to come, Professor. I've heard much about you lately. Specifically, that you are able to awaken the sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature.
He did say that. He recognizes it from somewhere. I always have this problem too.
Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole.
I spent some more time thinking about this. What if it's like part of a bigger marking on your skin? Because the holy blood in it were also left markings. And you could imagine it looks like a giant tattoo. But what if it wasn't completely visible and there was more beneath the skin that you couldn't see? What if it's kind of like that?
In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation. The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
I mean, that's no surprise, but sure. Crest of Flames.
Your ability to wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis.
This kind of contradicts the part where people say you can only really wield the sword if you have the major incarnation of the crest or whatever it's called. So people said that you would be able to wield it no matter what, as long as you have the crest. But you need like a major incantation, like major holy blood basically. But I guess what he means is that the sword reacted to Beleth. That's how you can prove it.
A legendary power, dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
We're powerful. I knew. Like, I saw my growth rates. I know how good I am. Or how good Beleth is. I'm not, like, self-inserting here. Baka. Hilda supports with Beleth.
Hey, Professor. What are you doing daydreaming in a place like this?
I wasn't gonna, like, watch all the way through here, but since I have so many supports coming up, might as well do this.
It's lucky. As spacey as you are, you're always reliable in a pinch.
You mean spacey. I'm not spacing. Who were daydreaming too? Just put her on the defense.
Not as much as you. It's hard to tell what's going on in that skull of yours.
Yeah, that's the problem I have with
Your
some other people.
expression is always blank. Come on, smile.
Okay, so the thing that the thoughts before video just went live, and people say that there's a very good reason that Beleth is this way. So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt that this is actually an integrated part of his character, and not just a convenient thing for him being an avatar. Like, fair enough. I'm curious what that's gonna show us.
I was just playing around. Don't get mad.
I ain't mad.
By
Getting
the
even.
way, in the next battle, may I focus on logistical support?
No, you're good now.
Off the battlefield? There's no use having a weakling like me in the middle of the action.
So much strength,
And
holy
it would
shit.
bring down morale if I were killed.
Don't worry. I could just, like, Divine Pulse it. It's fine. I want you in the action.
Have you even seen me, Professor? Look at these noodly little arms. I should be cheering everyone on from the sidelines. It'll certainly improve the boys' morale, don't you think?
Why don't you want to fight? I'm curious what's beneath this.
Because even if I do, I won't be of any help. My big brother is the type of person who's supposed to be on the battlefield. For me, it's just a waste of energy. It's pointless. Everyone's cut out for something different. The right person for the right task, you know? Please, Professor.
Nuh-uh.
Keep me off the battlefield, and maybe I won't tell everyone you were daydreaming.
Just for that, you're being fielded again. Just for that. Okay. Well, she's motivated. That's good. I think she wasn't before. Okay, and now it's Manuela's birthday. How did I remember that? Because I tried to host a tea party and I failed miserably at it. So I'm just gonna give her flowers.
You.
And there's a whole week without doing anything, apparently. And it's calendar time. So I don't think I have supports to go through. Oh, I do have a couple, apparently. Quite a lot, actually. So what I'm gonna do, and let's see. I don't think I have any certifications yet. No one is level 10. So I can't do that. And don't worry, I will have I have a couple of seals, so I wouldn't have missed it. I'm gonna explore this month or this week for sure because it's the right timing for it. There's like a fishing event and a food event. I'm gonna show off a little bit of that, and then I'm gonna do a bit of supports. Then I'm gonna do the bit of tutoring off screen, I think, as well as the battling, because the battles aren't very interested. Like there's like certain battles, but they're not like super hype or anything. They're just like, it's actually twice the same map with no story whatsoever. So I'm going to explore this month for sure. Not sure when I'm going to show the supports. Maybe I'll do those like in a separate thing too. But first we're going to explore a little bit. So we got a quest from Seteth. Go straight to him. Learning buttons again is hard. He's in his usual spot. We'll just go to him. Yeah, talk to him real quick. He's like, you should talk to Gerald to here. Where he at? I think he's here. He's always here. There he is.
Professor. Gerald was looking for you.
Where is he?
It seems he has gone off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
Sure. Give me a quest. Visit the Gerald.
I have something to ask of you.
Okay, fine. I'll do it.
I have something to ask of you.
He's got 2 quests for me. And he's got some missions and assignments. Or some for me or something. We'll do that later. Some other time, my friend. And then apparently Rhea's here too.
You must be rather bewildered by the power that was hidden within. However, know that I believe in you. I have no doubt that you will use that power justly. You will most certainly fulfill the grand destiny that the goddess has seen fit to grant you.
She's either fooled into thinking that this is true, or she's a villain. There's no other way around it.
May I
That's my
ask a
quest.
favor of you?
Oh, right. I gotta help 2 students who are struggling and give them some herbs. Basically, I'm gonna be a drug dealer. Hopeful herbs. Alright, so I know how to find Gerald. It's not an interesting quest, so I'm gonna do some other things instead. Let's see. Let me go back to the bulletin board real quick. And see what else is here in store for us. I think there's like something about cleaning the statues. Here's how that's gonna go. Tending to the saints, forged away. Alright, finding welding materials. Gonna have to find those. Herbal remedies. That's Rhea's quest. And your training. Alright. And clearing the way. Okay, that's gonna come later. So let's do tending to the saints. See what that involves. Because Max didn't get it on screen, so I might as well see what it is like. What's up?
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten.
Love our voice actress.
Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students. I would like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I am certain my brother would disapprove.
True, but just give me the
Might
quest.
you help me with a favor?
Pick up objects that are scattered on the ground in front of the saint statues. The saints depicted by these statues are known for performing miracles in the past, and they might bless you for your hard work. Well, they just might. Alright, let's go back to the cathedral and see if they will. I think it's here. Oops, there we go. Kinda curious what's in store here. Picking up objects to clean saint statues. This place, I said it before, this place needs a janitor, man. Okay, I've been to the statues before, didn't do anything for me. Where are you at? Statues. I think they're here. There they are. Alright, pick this up. Saint Index Shard. Alright, do we need to fix it with that? Let's try this. Alright, pick up all the objects, I guess. Oops, my bad. I'm trying to pick up your objects, friend. There we go. No, I just want the objects. No. Pick it up. Lazy bum. There you go.
You have helped me so much.
Wow. I'm glad to help. Nice quest. And now we can talk to that guy. There we go. When you complete quests, paralogs, and auxiliary battles, you will earn renown, which can be spent to restore the statues of the 4 saints. As you restore statues, you will gain various bonuses to your unit's growth. Alright. So, like, if I talk to this guy... No, wait, I gotta talk to the pastor guy over here. Saint Statue Artisan.
Need something?
I can just get all these bonuses for pretty much free, which is cool. So I'm just gonna buff myself up all the way.
This one?
Like, this is apparently... This is not just Leth boosting himself, but it's like boosting his teaching abilities. So yeah, and by unlocking this one, I can go to this one, etc, 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 etc. And I feel like these are all like pretty good to have. So you can see how that works. I just hand in right now and I get these skills. It's pretty easy. I'm gonna do the rest later.
See you again soon.
Because there's a lot of stuff to do, and I want to show some of it on screen. And most of all the supports, really. And here's the Gerald support, but I kind of want to check out my quests. Because the fetch quest is kind of boring. But I can't really do anything else here. Herbal remedies, I guess? And 2 students in your assigned house who are struggling with life in a monastery, and give them herbs. Let's see, can we find anyone who's struggling, actually? I think I see some. Let's find him in the marketplace if I can. Actually, that's another quest, I think. That's the Blacksmith Quest, but we'll talk to him first then. Let's see. Okay. Help me.
I could use your help.
And it's overrun with trade route. Can you clear them some merchants can reach the monastery. Okay, if I accept this, do I have to do it now? Alright, I don't know. I guess, nah, I'm doing it later. Happening later. Let me pick this up while I'm here. Find a random item. And there's the blacksmith.
Could you help me out?
I'm running low on supplies. Soon I won't have anything left to forge for weapons or make repairs. Sorry to bother you, but can you fetch some materials for me? Find the iron welding material near the marketplace and give it to the blacksmith. Once you do, you'll be able to ask the blacksmith to forge weapons for you. That seems good. So let me find that. It's probably like close to him somewhere. Because apparently it's near the marketplace, right? So it shouldn't be too hard to find. And yet, I miss hidden items all the freaking time. The fish. It's tea. I mean, that's good for tea parties, not gonna lie. I need some more tea. I have like no tea left. I spill the tea all the time, you see. You're probably screaming at the screen. Take comfort that I will not read it until like 3 days time. So by then, your voice has worn thin. Well, I will find this later. Like, looking for things on screen is pretty frustrating for everyone involved. So I'm just gonna do another quest, and I'll do the rest off screen. How about I go and see. This is the night hall where I'm supposed to talk to people to find Gerald. What's up here? What is up here? Because I saw a red thing, which is important. Maybe that's where Gerald is supposed to be.
Hey, you.
Oh yeah, it's Leoni. Okay, fine. We'll do this.
Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago. He was talking with a female knight, but I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Alright, cool story. Well, we'll do that later. I'm just gonna do supports now, because people like seeing those. And if we'll have time, we'll do a little bit more questing. I just want to get the supports out of the way, because they're fun, and there's a lot of them. Like, there is a lot of them. I mean, not as many as it seems, because they appear twice in this whole menu, but... Okay, let's see Claude and Lorenz.
You.
Yeah.
Just what are you up to?
What are you scheming, friend?
Well, if it isn't Lorenz.
Yes, it is. Try not to sound so affronted. And you're just whimsically wandering the monastery grounds again, I suppose?
Oh, naturally. After all, I really do adore the Garrick Mock Monastery.
No, I think not. That impish look on your face does not suggest innocence. You are up to something.
Perceptive.
Lorenz, control yourself. Let's not start throwing around baseless accusations. It's not proper. This monastery is packed with 1,000 years of history. Well, 5 years shy of 1,000 if we're going for accuracy. Those pillars, these walls, even the floor. They've all seen more than we can possibly imagine. Our distant ancestors may have walked these very halls. Doesn't that excite you?
Perhaps if this were a discussion about art, but I'm afraid walls and floors are not sufficiently interesting to hold my attention. Nor will they suffice to distract me from what is plainly suspicious about you. House Regan was on the brink of collapse until they suddenly revealed you as their legitimate heir. That was only a year ago.
I love the detective side of Lorenz, it's so good.
Where were you before then? Are you even a true heir to House Regan?
If I weren't truly of House Regan descent, how do you imagine I acquired my crest?
A crest is insufficient. I am referring to your noble disposition or lack thereof.
Well, that's what I came here to hone, after all. I can only hope that you will assent to instruct me in the art of snobbery, Professor Lawrence.
I do not think you grasp the significance of the responsibility you bear. Do you even know what it means to lead the Leicester Alliance? I take no pleasure in saying this, but much of the chaos in our ranks right now is due to the failings of House Regan's leadership. I intend to set things right, and once I expose you for the fraud you are and reclaim my rightful place, that is precisely what I will do. To be blunt, it would have been better had you never shown your face here.
Wow. I said this with Elgar before, but they have an awful... Like, some people just have no respect for their house leaders, I guess. I'm not sure if you can call them house leaders, because Baleth is really the house leader. But it seems like they're sometimes equal in rank, and they feel really free to just yell at people a lot.
Sheesh, that guy. He just can't be reasoned with.
Oh, he's onto you. He is onto you, my friend. Busted. Friendship deepens. Alright, some more Lorenz, some more Lorenz. Curious what this one's gonna be like. Not very friendly, probably.
Ah, meat is the best! Veggies and fish are great too, but there's nothing like a good cut of meat.
May I join you?
Oh, they're actually
Lawrence,
dining hall? They
you
are.
here to eat? It looks like you barely grabbed anything.
Locations are so nice for supports.
Please, this amount will suffice for me. There's no need to compare our portions.
No wonder you're so skinny. My little sis eats more than you.
Your little sis is anything like you, that's not very surprising.
Come on, have some of mine. You need it more than I do.
Aww.
You offer me half-eaten scraps? The nerve!
Okay, that is kind of rude.
With manners like that, even a nobleman would be an absolute disgrace. Have you no dignity?
You're pretty touchy, huh? It's probably just because you're hungry.
If I remember, Raphael is a commoner, I think. Like, he's part of a merchant family.
Raphael, please, do you mind? I cannot enjoy the simple pleasure of a meal in these conditions.
Why can't you enjoy your meal? You don't like what's on the menu? You wait here. I'll go to the kitchen and find something tastier for you.
That won't be necessary. Please, just let me eat. In peace. Alone.
Wow, he just came to sit here where Raphael already was and tells him he wants to eat alone. Wow.
I don't think you get it, Lawrence. Nothing goes with a meal better than good company. If leading the Alliance is your goal, you should really try eating with other people first.
I'm afraid I fail to see the connection between leadership and dining.
Hey, have you seen how I lead this army?
If you want to be a leader, you have to know how to get along with different types of people, right? If you really want to get to know someone, all you have to do is share a meal with them.
Quite the contrary, unfortunately. It seems the more time I spend eating with you, the less likely we are to become friends.
The more you eat with someone, the more you learn about them. Their likes, their dislikes, you know?
Or you could just check the arrows for the right direction that they're pointing and then know what they like to eat, you know? Just like a smart person like me, right?
You might get some of their food that way too. You can eat more and bulk up. All that talking made me hungry again. I'm gonna go get seconds.
What an absolute bother.
Poor soul.
But I suppose he does have a point about observations of character at the dinner table.
He takes what he needs out of these lessons. Can't say a lot about Lorenz, but he's not dumb. Alright, let's do some Ignatz. Hilda. For some variation. I recognize this trend. Doesn't want to interrupt.
Maps. Sorry to keep you waiting. Ready to start cleaning?
No, that's all right. Actually, I'm just finishing up.
Oh, it's true. Look how tidy everything is. You've done such a marvelous job. I'm glad I didn't get in your way.
Hilda not doing work.
Thank you very much. So anyway, you can go now. You were talking to your friend, right? I just have some things to put away. It's okay, I can manage without you.
Oh, Ignatz, I thought I saw someone earlier. That was you, wasn't it?
Please tell her she's gonna feel guilty now.
You know, I'd have been willing to help. You could have just said, hey, let's go and clean.
It's alright, you were having a conversation. I didn't want to sneak up like I was eavesdropping, and really, I didn't need help.
Oh, Ignatz, you darling. You're so considerate. Thank you so very much.
Glad to be of service. I'll start putting all this away.
Not so fast.
What's the matter?
Aren't you overdoing it? Don't you think you might be taking on too much, hmm?
She feels guilty, eh?
Oh, I didn't expect to hear that from you.
Let me give you some advice. It's true that I like to delegate as many tasks as I possibly can, but when someone helps me, I make sure to lavish them with praise as a reward for their hard work. So, then we come out even. On the other hand, look what almost happened just now. You did all that work for me, and I almost missed it. Now, where would that leave you?
Tired?
With no praise, no thanks. You'd be losing out.
I don't think she actually thinks that's equal.
Personally, I'd prefer to lose out, rather than inconvenience someone else. For instance, I'd have felt terrible for intruding on your important conversation earlier. Consider the negligible loss to me versus the major inconvenience to you. Personal loss is always going to be the better choice, right?
Huh. Well, if that's how you feel, then I'm not sure how to convince you otherwise.
She's gonna be feeling so fucking guilty so by the end of this support. It only goes up to B, I think. Alright. Marianne. And Leoni. B already, wow. Oh, they had a fight, I think.
Oh, hey, Marianne.
Yeah, she didn't want to go to the marketplace with her.
Leoni?
I thought greenhouse duty was mine today. What are you doing here?
Oh,
I'm sorry. You've been avoiding me ever since I lost my temper, haven't you? You're probably scared of me now. In the moment, I was hurt. I'm sure you had good reasons to act the way you did. If you want me to leave you alone, I will. I promise. You've got nothing to fear from me.
Leoni,
I've watered all the plants, so I'm done here. I'll get out of your way.
Wait!
Huh? Hey, what is it?
It's, I don't mean to bother you. I'm sorry for keeping you here.
No, not at all. Thanks for keeping me. Honestly, I've been worried about you. If you ever want to talk about anything, just say so. I'll make time.
I've been avoiding people for most of my life, so I'm not the best at speaking.
I know it's hard. You've been through a lot. But it's worth the extra effort to talk to your friends.
I make everyone uncomfortable. I just don't know how to carry on a conversation.
Hey, we're having one right now. And I'm telling you, I'm not uncomfortable. I'm actually really happy.
No, I love Leoni.
So don't worry about me. And it's okay to be quiet sometimes. But try to find a middle ground at least. Otherwise, you'll never get any better.
Oh.
As far as what to talk about, anything's good. Hobbies, things you like, a dream you had last night. Really, anything.
Okay, then. I like this flower. I think it's nice.
I think so too. Did you know that where I come from, those have a completely different color?
Oh, really? I'd like to see that.
Great. Come visit my village someday. In fact, we should invite all of our friends. It'll be fun.
Oh, yes. That would be very exciting.
There you go. You learned how to socialize. Good job, guys. Loneliness is no more. That's actually kind of sweet. I wonder why it doesn't go up to 8 though. Asithia. Let's do Lorenz now again. Gonna be a good combo.
Lysithia, do you have a moment? There is a matter of significance I'd like to discuss with you.
She's not dignified enough, is she?
I know you're always seeking the attention of ladies, but why are you wasting your breath on me?
Don't be silly. I want to discuss the future of the Alliance, to have a constructive and candid exchange of opinion.
I'm not so sure I'm the one being silly. Actually, I'm busy. Stuff to do.
Now, hold on just a moment. House Ordelia will never benefit from such a narrow-minded mentality.
That's her house, I assume.
I was under the impression you were interested in me as a person. What do house matters have to do with anything?
It's Lorenz. He's always caring about noble houses.
As it stands, the bonds between Alliance lords are quite weak. If this state of affairs persists, I'm afraid those bonds may dissolve entirely.
I couldn't care less.
House Ordelia may be small, but a small house is fettered by fewer obligations than a larger one. Apply yourselves actively in diplomacy, negotiate wisely, and you could do much to help maintain peace among the neighboring lords. The recognition of those lords would benefit your house immensely. To that end, why not start with me, the heir to House Gloucester? It couldn't hurt for us to become friends, could it?
Yes, of course, when the time comes. But right now, I'm quite busy. Maybe later.
He doesn't care.
As it is, I'm studying magic for the benefit of the Alliance, and I would appreciate it if you left me to it.
Ah, I see. Then forgive the intrusion. I will take my leave of you for now.
He actually took a hint.
But if there is any way I can be of help, to you or your house, I hope that you won't hesitate to ask. After all, as I'm sure you know, the future of the Alliance is my responsibility.
The future, he says. As though I have a future.
Oh. Oh, that turned dark. Ouch. Ouch. I was not prepared for that one. Not prepared for that one. Alright, more Hilda. Oh boy, so many supports. Leoni?
Why do I have to organize the library? I'll get in trouble if it's not done, and I can't think of anyone who'd do it for me. Since no one else is around, though, time for a little break.
What else is new?
What are those sounds?
Sounds of someone getting busted.
Ha! Yeah!
It's real girl time.
Leoni, always at it. How exhausting that must be. What's this?
Ooh.
Hey, what are you doing? That's mine.
Okay, again, it would really help here to actually have an object in her hands.
If you leave it lying on the ground, people will think it's trash.
I usually wear it around my neck, but I put it down while I'm training so I don't get sweat all over it.
Well, people won't know that, will they? You should have just left it in your room.
Or you could mind your own business.
It's a good luck charm. If I don't keep it close by, then what's the point?
Okay, I did not take her to be the superstitious type.
How stubborn of you. I will say it looks to be a very well-loved charm.
Captain Gerald gave it to me when I was a kid.
If it's that important to you, you should wash it. Then again, I suppose it is made of wood. Have you considered coating it with resin? That would preserve it nicely. You could even accessorize it, make it look cute.
Thanks, but Captain Gerald made it especially for me. I'd really rather keep it just as it is.
Well, if that's how you feel, I won't argue with you. Me personally, I'd choose a cute necklace over a dirty old charm any day.
I'm sure you would. But Captain Gerald didn't treat me as some young girl. He treated me like a person who mattered, an equal. He taught me everything.
Can't teach people things to people who think you're an equal, but I get your point.
I don't want to forget his teachings, so I'm going to keep this charm just the way it is.
Oh, what do you know?
Okay. Let's see how many we have left. Quite a few, actually. You've got one with Hilda. We've got one with Alcithea. We've got one with Claude. That's 3 left. We will do those next time, I think, because otherwise it's a lot at once, and we'll go way over like 40 minutes or something. So I'm just going to leave it here. I'll finish the exploration off screen, and then we'll do the supports next time I start the episode. And I'll probably be like nearing the end of the month by then. So yeah, until then, peace, have a good one.